I love the colors, match.
Copying me.
This is CJ and Signe Singatelli. They're brothers who share a funny sense of humor, great love for sports, and a rare genetic disease, muscular dystrophy. They were both diagnosed 20 years ago. Life before and after the diagnosis was a normal one, until very recently when the disease progressed enough, restricting their leg muscles, making them wheelchair-bound. CJ was diagnosed with a popular type of muscular dystrophy, Duchenne, which typically affects boys.
You mentioned CJ, you say this was before you knew you had muscular dystrophy.
Yeah.
Before you were diagnosed, you guys were diagnosed about 20 or so years ago. Before you were diagnosed, did you feel like there's something different?
Not really.
Okay.
But I think maybe that is part of the reason why I'm so resilient to it. It's like I lived with it not knowing it.
Did they explain everything, what it was and what it would mean?
Well, as a kid I didn't fully understand it, but as I started getting older I started understanding it more and more. But I just chose to just continue to do what I do, and it might get worse, but I'll figure out a way around it. When a new obstacle comes up, find a new way around it.
What made the muscular dystrophy different for me is it affected my heart, where I had backflow into my heart, and it was making the heart expand, which is why I had to stop playing basketball, and eventually I ended up needing a heart transplant.
His brother Sidney was diagnosed with Becker muscular dystrophy, a milder version of Duchenne, and its course is a much slower one.
You mentioned yours is a little less progressive than your brother, and you'll be able to witness your brother's condition progressing. What did that mean to you?
It just meant that, watching the way he dealt with it, it really inspired me to deal with it the same way, and we kind of have each other to lean on when it comes to this, because we actually understand what's going on. And
having a wheelchair-accessible vehicle that they can drive is a reason for the GoFundMe fundraiser the brothers are currently running.
We have a lot of support. People will help us get places that we need to go, but it'd be helpful to be able to just go out on your own and not have to worry about, if you have a doctor's appointment coming up. Oh, is this, they ask you to schedule and you say, oh, is this day good? Is that day good? You got to check with other people to make sure that they can help you, get where you need to go.
What really inspired me to do it was about a month ago, or maybe even more, I got offered a job at school where I basically just do Photoshop at different venues for an art director, and I had to turn it down because the first note it said was you need reliable transportation, and because we work around other people's schedule, we can't put that weight on them.
With different dreams and career goals, it has been very challenging for the brothers to get their education. Not being able to drive themselves has put a toll on this process. CJ would love to pursue music, and Signe wishes to continue his bachelor's in graphic design.
I want to do music, he wants to do art, so some of that, schools don't offer both, programs that we want to do, so it's hard for both of us to be at two different places at once. So.
Muscular dystrophy may be making life challenging to these brothers, but giving up is not an option.
Life keeps going on.
Exactly.
A wheelchair, no wheelchair, life moves on.
And that's the whole essence behind this fundraiser, is we're not trying to hold ourselves back. Other things are. So once again, we're adapting.
All things that we've been through kind of made us who we are now. So I just feel like, a lot of people ask, how do you do it? It's like, I just do it. There's no real answer to it. It's just, we want to just keep moving on. We want to, muscular dystrophy is going to fight me. Well, it's going to fight me,
Yes.
It's not going to control everything, We're going to take as much control as we can.
The GoFundMe page is active. Raising enough funds will make it a little less challenging for these brothers to continue chasing their dreams and live their lives as independently as they can.